guys, you're listening to the 3 Pound 30 podcast. I am your host, Asha.
Every day.
I'm Reem.
And I'm Sana.
Oh. Now, if you hear something a little bit different, that's because we are recording today in the car. So obviously it's going to be Shumbuk motives once again. And you guys are joining us for the very first time.
Every day shumbucking. Are you recording for real, Sana?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Sorry, continue where you were,
I
Shams.
had to ruin that.
It's
No,
not.
it was
Carry
actually
on.
good. Just continue where you were.
Anyways, guys, how are you all doing?
We are good.
We good, man.
I am stuffed. Me and Shams just had a lovely dinner date.
Yeah, we had a cheeky little date.
She literally just took me on a date, paid for me and everything.
Aw.
It's sweet.
Oh shit, sorry.
Fucking every day. How many alarms do you have during the day? Like 7?
Enough, innit?
Enough.
Anyways, guys,
Anyways.
what's on your mind? What's on your chest, B?
Well, I feel like you two have a lot on your chest today, too. After our little date, these two had a full-on scuffle outside.
Yeah, and to be fair, do you know what it is? Yeah, obviously I still banged up Reem, yeah, but
Okay.
I was at a disadvantage because I had just had a hefty meal. We'd eaten so much food. Also, I was running after her, and like imagine having
didn't
doing
bang
that
me up, by the
while
way.
you have
She didn't
asthma,
bang me
and
up.
like I was dying, but obviously she tried to
didn't
film
bang
me
me up.
a couple times. Couldn't do that either. Hey, so it's all good. That's what happens when you're a black
Listen,
power fan.
excuse me, don't get too gassed because you remember what happened in Doha when we
Wakanda fever. No,
dashed you
listen,
in the pool.
3 men against one.
Dashed you.
It was as if I had a gin in me. I was strong. Like,
This
come on.
girl.
For a good 45 minutes, you also tried to put me in the pool, but you couldn't do it.
Listen, as soon as I jumped in, it was game over.
Yeah, not gonna lie. They had to have assistance. It was 2 people. And then suddenly, Sana came in.
I feel like we should have a one-on-one because we haven't had that yet.
I think we should have
You know what? I just don't want to. I don't want to hurt
I
you.
can't rush you. I think
Don't wanna hurt
you'd be
your
a worthy
feelings.
opponent. But I'd rush you still.
I'm glad you said that because you know. However, Reem, who do you think would win?
Sana.
Thank you very much.
Of course she does.
Moving on.
Of course she does.
Moving on.
Of course she does.
Moving
Is there ever a
on.
moment where Reem doesn't agree with you?
Yes,
No, there isn't.
there is.
Up each other's bums all the time.
What are you hating for?
Can someone get out of my car? I don't like her today.
Me and Reem have been arguing today. It's been one of those days.
I don't even know why. Like, have you guys even spoken today at all?
No,
Oh,
she's
yeah,
just annoying.
Like-
It's because I said she looked like the hippo. She's just upset with me since. Fucking hell. That's why.
Reem said I look like a hippo because Sana asked if we could be animals, what animals would we be? And everyone was like, I don't know. So I was nice to them.
Not
I was
if
like,
we
No,
could
if
be.
we could. No, if you are an animal, what would you be?
So I was nice and I said to Sana, I was like, oh, Sana, do you know what? I think you'd be a gazelle because she's like, she
cute,
just
innit?
gives me gazelle vibes. Yeah, I was
Aw.
being really nice and I was like, Reem would be a domestic cat because she
which is a violation. Which is a violation.
It's not rude.
It's
I can't believe-
violation.
I can't believe you said that.
I
Honestly.
hate cats and I'm allergic to them.
Wow.
And you want to say I'd be a domesticated cat because they're lazy and they like to be fed. They're not around until it's food
and
time.
they're spoiled brats.
Some
See?
sloth.
And then I said, I actually didn't want to
She
tell
goes,
you.
I look like the hippo from Madagascar.
Nah, can I
Which-
just
I
jump
said the
in?
lovely hippo.
Yeah, exactly. She said the pretty hippo.
Exactly.
She didn't want to say it because she
So
knew it was
shut
a
up.
violation. So why were you hesitant then if it was nice? If it was a nice compliment.
No, do you know what? Shamak is actually too hyped for me today. I need to
Shut
just
up.
not
Yeah,
listen
you
to
lot
her.
are on different spectrums today. I can't lie. Don't know how I feel
Do you know what I
about
saw
it.
today? Yeah, which cracked me up on Twitter.
What?
So there's this guy tweeted out saying, "Girls, go to Miami. You won't have to spend much. The guys will be spending more money trying to impress you. Yeah." And then someone tweeted him back saying, "All the girls."
Can I say something? I saw this because I saw your response to that, and I didn't get it. I read it like three times and I didn't get the tweet, so you're gonna have to explain.
You didn't get it still.
I didn't get it.
He goes, "Ladies, yeah, as in everyone, every type of lady, everybody." And then
Right.
the guy was like, "All the ladies, as in like all the girls, as in not everybody will get
That treatment.
that treatment. So you have to be a buffing at least to be able to
Right,
go
right,
somewhere and
right,
not have to spend
right, right.
peas." So I was like, "Raw," and I, whoop, like don't get too gassed.
Can't lie. I didn't find it as funny as you did. I did like it. You look so sad.
I look disappointed. I'm disappointed in you. That's what I'm not sad. I'm sad for
I'm
you.
sorry. I just didn't see it. You know what I
Fuck
mean,
off.
mate? I'm sorry.
This is what I have to deal with, guys. Yeah, on a regular basis.
Why are you whispering into the mic?
Bare funny things, and obviously, there's I didn't get it. I didn't get it. Sana's won. I give her so many references, so many. Since she
'Cause
left the
I don't
country,
listen.
that's
I don't
it.
spend my time on Twitter like you do, all right, and on
I don't
meme.com or
either,
whatever
but
it is.
obviously I know shit.
I know shit too,
Fucking-
fam.
no internet having, cost of living, waste man.
Haters.
Anyways, what's been going on that we need to talk about this week? I forgot.
Reem,
Yes.
what's happening, bro?
I'm listening.
Are you concentrating on the driving?
Yeah.
I feel like this is illegal.
What? Recording a podcast while driving?
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
Cool. Let's move on then.
I want to understand why the weather in August has been so pants. I feel like it's October already, and I'm really upset about that. I feel like we haven't had a summer.
No, the weather today was banging.
Excuse me?
Today. Are you mad? Today was banging.
Why are these people looking in?
I spent all day, because they don't understand what we're doing. I spent all day today on buses, and I was loving life. Me and my mum were like on a road trip on the bus around Uxbridge.
Sounds like
And the weather was
ideal
sick.
night out.
I feel like you're gonna crash, but okay.
I feel like I'm gonna crash. That's comforting. Thanks.
Shams, what you up to, bro?
Basically,
I
there was
think
something that I was saving for the podcast, but go on.
was it the chicken boxes?
Yeah.
So unless you've been living under a box here, or you just don't know,
Under
speaking
a
of
box.
boxes,
Nice segue.
I did that on purpose.
Yeah.
Speaking of boxes, so the Home Office have come up with a new strategy, a new campaign to try and tackle the ongoing knife crime problem in London in particular. And what they've done is they've started putting out anti-knife free.
Knife free.
Knife free.
Hashtag knife
So
free,
the campaign's called Knife Free. So they started to put out these messages basically on chicken boxes, and some of the chicken shops that are already participating are places like Morley's. What else?
Chicken cottage.
Yeah, them kind of places there. So they've received a lot of backlash because first and foremost it's stereotypical, and because obviously, as we know, the vast majority of young people that are getting themselves involved in these sort of issues and involved in knife crime are overwhelmingly black or basically just ethnic minorities. But I'm gonna just say black because that's the vast majority of it, even though it's not exclusive to it. The vast majority of it are black. So people are saying it's very, very racist to try and tackle chicken shops, even though yes, we do know a lot of young people, it's part of our culture to be at chicken shops. We completely get that, but I just feel like it's a stupid campaign because no one that's thinking about going to go stab someone is gonna go, hold on 1 minute, let's just go to Chicken Cottage real quick, go and get a 2-piece chicken and see that message and be like, nah, I changed my mind suddenly. Do you know what I mean? So it's like it's ineffective. Is this where the taxpayers' money is really going through? Where you have prime examples from Glasgow and how they've dealt with things, and they looked at it from like a health perspective and made it into like a public problem, as opposed to the youth are running amok in London, and London is not safe, and fear-mongering. So
As opposed to business meetings with Chicken Cottage.
Yeah,
like, what the
so
hell?
essentially people are saying the campaign in itself is not only stupid and ineffective and poorly thought out. There doesn't seem to be any strategy apart from what's the word that I'm looking for?
I don't know.
Let's target young black youths. Where do black boys go to? Chicken shops. So it's like it's just a bit very, very stereotypical. So people were saying, what next? Watermelons?
I saw that. David
Wow.
Lammy said that, innit?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it is very, very problematic, and it just shows where we are as a country in the sense of like, if you feel like tackling an issue that's been going on for ages, and the solution would be stick on a little hashtag and a little message on the back of a chicken box, would hopefully solve the problem, as opposed to bringing back youth clubs and investing more money into so many initiatives and so many great causes that already exist in London and around London. It just doesn't seem to make sense. So my question is, who is advising these people? Who is on the board for these sort of changes? Who is signing this shit off? Who's in charge? Why? It doesn't seem to make any sort of sense.
What annoys me about these things, sorry Sana, you took a breath like you were about to speak. What annoys me is that this has been going on forever, and people have been having the same conversations. They've been bringing people who work on the ground and on the front lines to advise and to help with policy, and they're still not listening. So it gets to a point where people who are involved in this are like, well, what's the point in us wasting our breath if nobody's listening? Like, they are going in repeatedly, Parliament are repeatedly having discussions about this, and obviously under Tory leadership they decide that this is the best option. You're spending that much money on boxes, not like, yes, it's hugely racist, it's also classist. It's like, what are you doing about the middle class kids that go into these parties taking cocaine? Like, what are you doing? Are you arresting any of them? Not that I'm like, go and just target other young people, but as in, what are you trying to achieve? It makes absolutely no sense.
It's just a bit patronising, isn't it?
It's not, it's just downright disrespectful. It's just rude. I don't understand, and I also don't get why it's only London, because yes, the knife crime is high in London, but also there's a lot of fear mongering in the media. The knife crime is peak. Like, look at Sheffield. Things are going on all the time there. Birmingham, Manchester. Like, it's like this focus on London because of the culture that they are not liking. It's like a whole thing. It's like trying to attribute things like drill into it and everything into it, where it's like, obviously it's not like drill going like, oh, I'll help your granny cross the road, but like, so I get it, but it's not the be all and end all. And it's like the focus right now is on, and I say it all the time, it's like putting a plaster on a broken leg.
Yeah.
It makes absolutely no sense.
So can I ask you guys a question? Because you mentioned earlier, Shams, you said Glasgow have done it well. What has Glasgow done exactly, and or what is the best way to target this?
So basically,
and this is to both of you, obviously.
So from my knowledge and from what I've obviously seen, what like Akala said, in terms of like how Glasgow has dealt with sort of youth violence and youth crime, is they sort of tackled it from like a health service perspective, and sort of made it a priority for the government and like the society, essentially, as opposed to this is a separate issue that we have to deal with.
Criminal.
They've used like the health money, the money that the budget that they have for health, to get it.
Okay, but Yani, what are they doing on the ground? They can,
I don't know, man, but
they could easily use health money to put it into those chicken boxes, so it doesn't make it any better. So what exactly is being done in Glasgow that is being done well?
Bro, I don't know, man.
Okay, Reem.
What is being done?
What is the best way to tackle this? Because I know obviously you deal with a lot of this stuff because of your profession, because of what you do.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like the answer's out everywhere. I think every single person knows it.
What's that?
Knows it. Like, you invest in communities. Yes, the difference is it is a lot more expensive to do what people are saying to do, which is a long-term initiative, which is saying, let's bring back services that support young people and children, preventative services that support families who are struggling raising young people, not like just social services, just not that social services just purely take families and whatever, but as in preventative, not to the point where you have to be at the extreme level that the only thing they can do is refer you to youth offending, and then by then it's just too late. Like, it has to be something done from a very young age, and in order to support families, it doesn't make any sense. And I know that they will spend millions and billions on that, but this is what the country needs, and this is how you have a safer London, and how you have young people that are not dying every single day for this. It doesn't make any sense. It's exactly, and I say it all the time, the same thing happens with sexual health. Every single time they'll bring initiatives in, because they'll say, okay, lots of young people or lots of people, the rate of chlamydia is increasing, or HIV, and then they will put money in, and then they'll fix the problem, not fix the problem, but they'll reduce it hugely. And then once and then once that's done, once they say, okay, the HIV level is this, and people are on the what's it called, viral medications,
they'll cut the funding.
Yeah, they cut the funding, and then guess what? Everything goes back up, because these things need consistency. They don't just need one little thing. They don't just need a chicken box or a BBC question chat about it, and teachers saying, I live this every day, and like it needs a lot more. It needs that funding, and young people need to know that people actually give a shit about them, not just that are just trying to pay as little as possible for a measly effort. That's measly. So I agree that it needs to be a public health thing, but I also think that we won't be able to fix every problem with the same with what previously worked. Like we move closer towards it, but I don't think it can fix everything. Like it needs to be done so that people that are on the ground are able to suggest and work with young people, because Glaswegian young people are going to be different to London young people. The issues that they face will be different to the issues that London young people face. Like if we look at diversity in Glasgow, it looks different. Sorry, I can't help but say Glasgow. It feels wrong. It just looks very different, and that needs to be acknowledged and taken into consideration, which I feel like it, as a public health thing, it should be. But we should start fresh. We shouldn't just be like Glasgow, 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 or whatever.
Oh, the police had mapped all the gangs, and when people got there, they saw their pictures. They saw their own pictures up in the court. Whoa.
What?
Oh my. Okay, so the police had mapped all the gangs, and when people got there, they saw their own pictures up in the court. The session started off with a warning. We know who you are, and if you carry on with this lifestyle, we're going to come down on you really hard. We're going to arrest you, and we'll arrest the rest of the gang. You will be going to prison if this carries on. So basically, when I was reading this article from further up above, they said something really, really interesting, which I feel like it would be really, really good if London adopts the same thing as well. So it says, the evidence from Scotland suggests while knife crime, like most crimes, can never be eradicated, it need not be understood as an intractable cultural feature of urban life. To successfully tackle it, however, there needs to be a shift in understanding of the root causes of the problem, and therefore what a durable solution might look like. And they were saying how it was basically a lot of like the community and community police and like just people in and around the areas were really sort of urging like sort of local governments to take more of a stand and to speak more about it. And they sort of made it clear that if you were seen to be carrying a knife, that you would get a mandatory prison sentence. So it'd be more like, people would think twice about it, as in like they're not going to be lenient on you or your case, so it's not really worth it. But they did a lot. Sorry, what are you watching? Sana was sorry.
I'm so sorry.
That is such a freak.
No, look. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
The tweet is men are so useless.
We'll put that on our Instagram.
So in that case, I thought it was more like as in a health thing, like they all linked up, as opposed to the police kind of running the show and doing what they're, because that's what they're doing now.
Well, they were saying how police were integral from the very beginning, and but the thing is, this is different because the police in London are
just rude.
The police in London are not only rude, but they're just looked at differently.
Yeah.
Compared to other places, which I'm sure, and I'm sure in other places around the UK, it will be the same. Like people hate them, but I think particularly in London, they're looked at in a different way. Like I have never ever had a run with the police ever. Yeah, I was in Acton the other day, with Sana, and there was 3 policemen ordering Amigos. They were ordering burgers and shit. I wanted to rush them. So I just automatically hate them, fucking pigs. Like I don't know why. I think that there is a culture to just automatically hate police, but which is weird because I've never been in that sort of culture. I've lived in really nice areas, alhamdulillah. I've never had to experience that kind of shit ever. These lot know how privileged I've been. Like these lot have been through it, living in the areas that you lot used to live in. It's mad. I've been very, very protected. But it's come on to me as well, and I think maybe because I'm black, I don't know, but naturally you just sort of have a feeling towards police.
Yeah.
Well, I think especially when you see so much of the failings, like police brutality.
Yeah, that gets me.
And things like what's his name? That young man who was killed in East London last year or the year before, who was just like literally nothing else came out of it. Who was just like basically ultimately strangled to death, and then no one did anything. Rashawn Charles. So when we're seeing things like that, it makes it a lot harder for you to be able to say, okay, actually, I mean, because at the end of the day, it's true. Like, if I was in a situation where someone was in my house, I'm not calling you guys.
Of course.
I'm calling 999. And I'll be very grateful for them when they come and help me. But in a sense of how things get dealt with, and unfortunately, they follow the orders of people from above. And these same people are the ones that are doing stupidness, like chicken boxes, writing #KnifeFree on it. And the same people who've decided that the gangs matrix is a good idea. And to highlight and to kind of criminalize this stuff as opposed to look at it like how I think gang life is and stuff is grooming. Like, it's not like you just wake up one day and you're like, oh, I want to join a gang. Like, maybe for some people it is, but for the majority it's like, hold on a second, this person is yearning for something that's a little bit deeper than they might not be getting that at home, or they might not be getting that from their friends, and they want that. And all of us want that. All of us want that emotional kind of support, and not just emotional, like financial. When we're out and one of us is broke, you want to know someone's got your back.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, everyone needs the brotherhood, innit?
Right. And so it's not justifying it, but I'm saying it draws you in because of that. And so then dealing with it as if to criminalize a 15-year-old is not going to solve anything. Like, these are kids we're talking about in particular. The old gang members, I do not rate them. Like, you know, the olders that bring people in, I don't rate you. You need to sort it out. At the same time, I recognize that they probably went through that process. Yeah.
It's like, hard. It's hard to come out of that process. It's really hard. Right? So.
Shams, can you turn off the backlight, please? Thanks,
gorgeous. Yeah, it's been a bit of a heavy week, to be honest. What was that thing that Jay Huss posted the other day, by the way, that you said that you think that he's going to become bare Muzi and quit music?
He posted saying something about, so he lost his dad last year.
So last year?
Yeah. And he was saying how he wasn't very, very close with his dad, but he said that his dad, people think he's not inherited things.
From his dad?
Yeah, from his dad, because his dad, he's just said he's been wearing the same 4 suits or whatever since the 90s.
Or something.
But he inherited Islam, and that for him is like more than enough. Yeah. And the thing about Jay Huss is, since he's come out of prison, he's been quite quiet. I know he was at Afro Nation and he was performing.
Oh,
and
was he?
He's been at a few festivals, but in terms of no music other than his freestyle. And I don't know, I just had this guess where he has just reflected, and this is it. And he said last year, he goes, I had everything. I had everything I wanted, and I still wasn't happy. And when you reach that level and then you reflect and you think you've got that long enough, that stretch of time where you're inside, and you really realize when you're in prison, who, I say it like I've been in prison, but what I've seen is that you really realize who's actually there for you. Yeah. Like, it's so funny seeing how people crumble. Like, people don't care anymore. You really see who cares for you. And I think he probably went through a little bit of that. And that in some ways, that's good. I mean, I could be wrong. He could just be like writing the most fire mixtape right now. But, you know, I just feel like the way he's talking and the way he has been talking, even in his freestyle, is that he's trying to get more into religion again.
Why do you think that is? So why do you think that he'd quit music then?
To get into religion, no?
Because when it's just you in between 4 walls, you have to be in your bed at a certain time, in your room at a certain time.
No, but I'm saying you can't you be religious and on music as well?
Well, you tell us that. How about
I'm asking you guys.
No, you tell us that. Because you're the one who always beefs us about music. This is me questioning you,
because you lot say that obviously music is calm and whatever, blah, blah, blah. So I'm saying, if someone's religious, why would they quit music if music is
listen, people have, we always say
I think Jay Huss's lifestyle, like, it's not like he's just doing music like ta'ala gullakani qaful alik. Like, he's not singing that. He's singing about bundas and Bundesliga and Batties and whatever. And he's got girls around him and all of that. That's not gonna be something that matches up with his deen, regardless of who you are.
No, I'm saying if he really wants to sort of stick to music, I'm sure there's plenty of singers out there that sing about things that are not like that.
Yeah, of course there are. But the way he's set himself up right now is that he's. You're right.
That was my stomach.
Sana's nervous, just thinking about what she was to say.
No, like the way he's set himself up, and that his fan base all have these expectations of him, and some people might think fun these expectations. And then just either, like, I don't know, it depends. Shambak, that's a question that is very, very individual.
Yeah.
But I just, from the way he's talking, the fact that he said, I had everything and I still wasn't happy, it makes you wonder, you weren't happy and you were doing something that everyone thought you loved.
Yeah, 100%. No, I agree.
But also his like view of religious might be different to mine and yours.
Exactly.
So,
his view of religious.
His view of how to be religious might be different to mine and yours. Like I feel like I I feel personally, I can be religious and still listen to music. He probably doesn't have that same perception.
Especially when you've been in that industry.
Yeah.
You know what the industry looks like. It's not like we just sit in the car and clap to ourselves and then go home in our beds and chill. Like, it's you go to a festival, they've got alcohol out for you, they've got bare Haribos out with gelatin. They've got everything out for you.
Girls coming after
you everywhere you turn.
You have to go to this club to make an appearance.
Right.
You have to go and perform.
Exactly. It's not like us where we sit in the car and we're like, oh, ladies, the tune.
That's very true, actually. Do you know what? I never thought of it in that sense, because I always just thought of it as, you know, people say, oh, music is my life. Like, I don't know what I would do without music.
Yeah.
So they always have, so even if they do quit music and they quit that sort of public life and having to perform and all the rest of it and being a celebrity for the music, and that music is always going to be a part of their life in whatever form it is. Yeah. So I never actually really deeped it in that sense of listening to music on the way to Sheffield or on like a road trip or popping on headphones while you're on the train on the way to work. It is very different to living that lifestyle.
Getting bras and panties thrown at you.
That makes
do you guys remember, I don't know if you know about this, Shams, but do you remember when Fazl Shakir quit music and joined ISIS? Joined ISIS. Imagine this guy, yeah.
Wait,
everyone
that
listening.
was the swiftest move ever.
Wallah.
Everyone was like, Anau, like legit.
The biggest Anau in like a century. Honestly, this guy, if you know, everyone Google him right now. Google his songs, yeah. But this guy, if you listen to his songs, it's the most like romantic, sweet, emotional kind of shit you.
Whose vibration is that?
It's me, sorry. The most romantic songs you could ever listen to in Arabic, yeah. He was known for those kind of songs. Suddenly my man grew a beard, flipped and started like ISISing all over the place. It was insane, honestly. And I think he went for about 2-3 years and came back and he was like, I repent. And
it's so mad.
And now he's going back into like nasheeds and stuff. Slowly going back to music, I think.
Boy.
This is what I'm saying, because sometimes people do quit music and then they go into the sheets. Small, because they can't, like, they love it. Like, it's
an alternative, isn't it?
It's like it's a talent. This, you know, someone tweeted this the other day and it cracked me up, even though it was a complete lie. There was one guy who was singing like riffs and everything like this, on Twitter. And then someone quote tweeted and be like, oh, he used to be an imam, and someone said he had a nice voice. So he started singing. That cracked me a bit. You know it happens. Like, you bang 1-2 surahs with the sickest tajweed, yeah, and suddenly someone's gassed you in your Asha. Like, it's sad. It's so sad. But there you go.
But if you think about it, like, all of us have our phases and have our times where we're stronger or weaker at certain things. And we just kind of get on with it. But these lot are in the limelight. So everything they do, you like, bruv, remember Rihanna when she was sticks and stones may break my bones, but chains and whips excite? How did she even come out of that? Yeah. How did she even come out of that? She just people really, really accepted her back in. Because at one point,
because when she first started in the industry, it was all about, oh, you have to have a certain image and you have to appeal to a global audience. Then when she started raking in peas and she wanted to become a bit more independent, what did she start doing? She started representing her country and showing more of her culture and being more herself and having more of her accent in her. Because when you clock Riri, yeah, like when you see her speak now, or like even just in her music, she has a lot more of her accent. You can tell this girl is from like fucking Grenada or whatever. Where's she from? Oh gosh, Barbados.
Wow.
You're
anti-black, you know.
I was really saying earlier on today about Grenada. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Anyways, you can tell this girl from Barbados, but back in the day,
can you?
Sticks and stones, whatever it is, but it was dead, and so it's so crazy how the industry can completely shape and form your online identity, your outwards, how you perceive.
But also though, think about it, Shams. She was young. Like when you saw her in "If It's Loving That You Want, You Should Make Me Your Girl," or "SOS Please Someone." Like we saw her grow, and we can't deny that we saw.
How funny is it that she's not doing music right now?
I feel like she's pissed off with everyone being pissed off at her.
It's so funny.
I swear she tweeted something about it.
Wait, what? Why has everyone been pissed off at her?
Because everyone's like, where's the new music? And like, just adding her all the time. And then
she must have said to someone, oh, 2019 new music is coming out. 2019 is coming to a close now, yeah? Not an album in sight, yeah? And she's been releasing new foundations and shit. And then
just playing with y'all.
She must have done like a Twitter and an Instagram post being like, Riri, when's the new music coming out? Riri, 2019, and then the video, someone be like, she lying. It was all a lie. But she's having fun with it because she actually doesn't care.
Yeah, man.
Because she knows. Listen, let me just take a break or 3.
Yeah, I believe in that. Everyone needs to just take a chill pill sometimes, but this is it. Like, we can do that. We could do something for a few years or a few months, and then we decide, okay, actually, I need to take a little bit of a break. No one bats an eyelid.
That's like me with my YouTube channel.
Yeah, but no, Shams, like
true.
it's real. Like, obviously, people are like, yeah, where are you? Like, we need some content. Like, we miss you.
But listen, do you feel? Yeah, but do you feel
You're
pressure though?
human.
Do you feel pressure?
I did before, but not anymore.
Why do you feel pressure?
I felt pressure before because it was like, oh, you have this platform, oh, we miss you, create this content, blah, 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 blah. Bare people were like on my case. But now I've just sort of learnt to sort of ignore it. It's like I'm just like, yeah, nah, not right now, you know. Before it's like, oh yeah, soon. Now I'm like, yeah.
In your time, man.
It's like, yeah, sure. But inshallah, I will come back one day.
Inshallah.
When I'm ready, man.
That's it.
When I want to. It's no point making content for the sake of making content.
I agree.
Because then it's shit and it's boring. You feel pressure. It becomes a job. When you initially started doing something when it was fun. Not by force, man. There's no pressure. Anyways, vlog soon come here.
Pressuring yourself as you speak.
Setting myself up for failure.
To be fair, you did say earlier on today that tomorrow you're going to be
I'm
vlogging. So
tomorrow,
let's see,
inshallah.
Let's see. In the meantime, you can all subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
youtube.com/Sanasino. Thank you very much.
Have you guys seen Sanasina's
With 2 eyes?
video?
With 2 eyes.
Very cute, fam.
Oh, man.
Guys, I want to say something. So earlier on today, which is a Monday, Somalis was trending on Twitter.
Oh, because of that guy?
Because of that guy. It just makes me laugh because...
Explain the situation.
Okay, so there's a girl that basically tweeted out... Reem, do you know this?
What?
I think we sent it in a group chat, but go on.
Oh,
explain for everyone else.
witchcraft.
Oh, that's more interesting.
Oh.
Is that more interesting?
Yeah.
Somali's been a topic of conversations for this whole week, man. It's annoying.
They're always a topic.
So somebody basically started a thread on... So this is a completely different topic, by the way, guys. I'll speak about the Somalis trending on Twitter next time.
No. I want to know.
Okay, so...
I'm very confused.
Okay, what am I talking about now?
Somali's
Just
trending on
whatever
Twitter
you want to
today.
talk about, fam.
Okay, so Somali's trending on Twitter today, yeah. Basically, it all started off because a girl tweeted out a picture of her friend who's beaten up, apparently. So she tweeted out pictures of her friend had like a scratch on her cheek or whatever, and like I guess she got punched in the face. All her knees were basically scratched up, as if, you know, when you've fallen on your knee, you scrape your knee and it's dead, it hurts, yeah. So she must have tweeted that picture of, and she was like, oh, basically my friend got rushed by this guy for tickets that she was selling. She was selling these tickets. She advertised that she was selling tickets on Twitter. This guy messaged her being like, yo, can I get them? She's like, yeah, calm. Link me in Oxford Circus outside Nike on a Sunday. Yeah. So then she...
You know all the details. Shit.
No, I think it's very important to say that it was in a public place like that on the weekend.
Okay.
Yeah. So she was like, they linked up there, whatever, and then he took the tickets and beat her up and ran away. Allegedly. So the guy that she's saying that did it is Somali. So people are saying, so because she's done that now, yeah, and he wasn't on Twitter for 3 hours, yeah. So obviously when he's logged on and he's seen that someone's added him, accusing him of like beating someone up, blah blah blah. So he's come on crud, being like, I didn't fucking touch this girl. I never beaten a girl in my life. I never touched a woman before in my life. You don't believe everything without concrete proof and evidence and. And it just became this whole thing about, oh, Somali girls love to stick up for all these Jamaicans and other black youths, and before they stick up for their own Somali brothers, and it just became like this Somali against the rest of the African nation beef, essentially, yeah, which is always ongoing, and it's so annoying. I remember a couple of weeks ago there was this one boy who got dragged on Twitter. A Somali boy got dragged nicely, yeah. Apparently everybody was saying how he beat up his mum.
What?
So people started sharing his picture, coming for him, blah, blah, blah. Turns out his mum's got mental health problems, and she was posting pictures on social media, posting videos on social media saying that her son beat her up, when that wasn't even the case.
Wow.
He hadn't done anything.
Not believe everything.
So
that
this
you
is
read,
so this is what's happening. So now everyone's saying everyone's literally, this is like when the court of Twitter is in action, yeah, it's all mad because now everyone's saying, oh, we need to get the CCTV footage from the area that you were in, because I can't believe that someone can get rushed on a Sunday, on a weekend, outside the Nike store on Oxford Circus, and no one will clock, or there'll be no one to film it, or there's no footage of it on CCTV. And it's just like, the fuck are you, Judi Dench? Or said Judge Judy, and I said Judi Dench. It's like, come on, relax, man. Like, I think it's so mad. Today, someone from the Backchat cast,
I saw that.
went and smashed someone's car up.
What?
Scratched it up nicely, and was like, "Oh, Backchat London are advocating for women to get beat up."
Who smashed whose car, please?
I think it must have been like a new member of the Backchat cast, but she was basically allegedly saying someone had punched her in the face or something, or beat her or hit or something. Yeah. So to get her own back, she went and keyed his car everywhere, took a brick to the back to his window at the back, and smashed it all up, and videoed it, and then said Backchat London aren't doing shit.
Wow.
So everybody was, so it's just like, people are doing too much.
They need to keep all this shit off Twitter.
But they can't, because they want the clout chaser. For a little bit of clout, people will lie. People will say, people will post a picture. This is why I don't believe shit. Earlier on today, someone posted a picture of their grandma, and it was just so unnecessary, because I know you're looking for retweets. Someone posted a picture of them and their grandma, and they were like, "Oh, my grandma soiled my t-shirt. She hit me. She didn't spoil blah, blah, blah. But the one thing that she always makes sure to do is she always says to me, 'Good morning,' even if it was in the evening, and it's just because she's happy because I'm there with her." And it's just, why are you doing that? Why are you? For what reason? Post your picture and go. Like, it makes no sense. You want to share a sweet picture of you and your grandma, just be like, "Grandma, my life done." That would have gotten more retweets and likes. It's just long. People just love to have a sob story, man. Social media's fucked everything up, man. Okay, I'm logging off.
She's just a bit angry and upset.
I'm just pissed. I'm just tired. I'm tired of people just doing nonsense, man. Not everyone should have access to social media. Some people should be screened, you know.
Oh, apparently Ofcom will be having more access and be more in control of social media.
How?
I don't know if this is true.
How are they going to do that?
I think they're going to be policing.
Like regulating things. Can I just see to confirm? I think that's what I read recently.
Also, speaking of things that are being regulated and shit, and dustiness and living in the UK.
Go on, Shams.
Now we have to be at the age of 70 something, innit?
I know.
To retire.
But that's in the next 16 years though. That's we've got time, bro.
That's our kids, fam. But it's literally gonna be.
That's their problem.
Work till you absolutely die. Yeah. Then you have. What's the point of a pension? What's the point of a pension?
Nah, they're mugging it.
Because you can't even enjoy it. You're gonna be 75 in a care home.
We need to get Jeremy Corbyn back in.
Bro, someone said I'm moving back to Africa, man. This is old law.
Listen, you guys need to deal with this, because the man's in Qatar, innit? So
I feel like more and more people are leaving the UK because everyone's done with it.
It's so true.
Like, it's just annoying now. It's like you lot took something that was actually quite good and destroyed it. Like, you've ruined the NHS. You've ruined everyone's safety. Everyone's a paedophile. Like, I don't understand.
I'm gonna go live in the remote islands with those people that live in the tribal
people. Sorry, about Ofcom. So it says Ofcom is to be given the power to fine social media companies in a bid to protect children from harmful online content. So it's a government proposal which is currently under consultation, which will allow the watchdog, which already polices TV, radio and broadband in the UK, to issue fines against platforms and websites if it believes they have failed to protect users from seeing harmful videos such as those depicting violence or child abuse.
So people can now. So if someone sees someone getting cyberbullied on Twitter or whatever it is, people can now file a complaint, like how they do like on Love Island, when they see, like, and then Ofcom would have to take action or have to investigate what did Twitter do to ensure that this person was safe, or what are the measures that they kind of make.
Wow, and half of UK adults get their news from social media.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
That's mad though.
Did you guys see? I think it was a few months ago. where that stupid challenge was going around. I think it was like people opening up ice creams from the shops. So the girl that started that was given a prison sentence.
A long ass sentence.
Really? How long?
Which I can't remember. Let me
I thought it was
double check.
20 years. I don't know if someone's lying.
No, it
That's
can't be
mad.
that.
Bruv, it's America.
From
Yeah, it was
America.
America.
Bruv, people get given
Nah,
prison sentences of 300 years. They don't even live to that long, and they
1
get
year and then she gets parole, man. Unless it's calm.
bruv.
6 months. she
No,
gets
do you not know about American prison
parole. I
sentences?
ain't good.
500 years.
Oh yeah, they will give you 100 years, sir.
Bruv, they're like 80 and they're like another 367 years. But how?
What the flip? Just listen to these titles, yeah? Headlines. Mother disgusted by video of teens spitting in soda bottles in store. Woman who urinated on potatoes at supermarket hands herself into police.
Can you imagine that conversation? Going to the police station. Hi, so what can we do for you?
I'd like to report myself.
I'd like
A
to have
man
myself
licked
in.
a
What
carton
for?
of ice cream for a viral internet challenge.
I've been pissing on.
But that's why I get
Faces-
Haagen-Dazs, because
ooh,
it's got
here
that
it
little
is.
plastic lid thing that you have to peel
I've
off.
been pissing on spuds. This is why we need to have that single-use plastics come back. man,
Faces
because-
20 years in jail.
Nah, she
Woman
can't
who
be.
licked ice cream then returned it to shop shelf faces 20 years in jail. Wow, all for a challenge.
You scared the shit out of me.
What just happened, bro? What just happened?
She scared me. Oh my god.
But listen, the funny thing is you reacted like 3 seconds too late.
Because you know what it is, yeah. I thought she
at-
had
look
the
at-
Don't look at me, bro.
Look at her. Nah, you guys.
She's like this.
Sideshow Bob here.
Bro, actually, you know, I saw the trailer for that video, the film that you sent the picture of the guys. Yeah. And you genuinely just now, twins.
Basically, I'm just pulling up my hair, my hijab.
Wait, hold on. Why did you get so scared?
Because basically you jumped here and then you looked at me, yeah, and then you stared at my eyes and I thought you were possessed. What shook?
She was like this.
3 seconds too late. I felt it all.
No, because I looked at her and she wasn't flinching. I was like, fuck. I was like,
No, because when I said 20 years, you were like, no, bruv. So I just looked at you in it to be like, shut up, then.
20
And then you
years, fam.
stop, look, because I can only see the whites
What's
of your
wrong
eyes.
with you?
No, Wally, you're actually scaring me. Please stop.
Are you mad?
Because I can only see the whites of her eyes. That's better. Billah. Wallah, also.
What do you mean, oh, the billah?
Wow, she's actually.
My heart actually jumped.
Anyway, 20 years behind bars and a $10,000 fine, which is £8,000.
But what did they arrest? What was the charge?
Okay, let me just
How
read
many
the quick
charges was
thing.
it? First?
A woman who licked a tub of ice cream before returning it to the freezer could face up to 20 years in prison. Footage shared on Saturday shows a woman tonguing a family-sized Bluebell ice cream at a grocery store, then putting it back on the shelf.
But really, once you open that ice cream, you'll see that something's been done to it. You return it, no?
Yeah, but it's still butters. Why would you do that? I just don't get all these dumb challenges. I just don't get it.
Chasing. Clout will
Yeah,
make you
but-
do anything.
Fam.
People will slap their own mums and record it and post it on Twitter
Wallah.
just for a retweet.
Or lips their own
Oh,
mum.
the charge is tampering
Or
with
lips their
consumer
sister.
products.
Oh, right.
For what?
Tampering with consumer. Bigger look at the picture. You're disgusting.
What is she, black? I'm so disappointed.
No comment.
I thought she was from
Anna.
Caucasia.
Caucasian. Nah,
Don't lie, you
so
thought she was
bad.
Iraqi.
أريد أقلك
قافل عليك وريد.
Yesterday, guys, small confession. Me, Sana, and Reem were in the car.
We went raving. Sorry, bye.
Banging out, I'm a Barbie girl. You know, Barbie
Britney
girl.
Spears and everything.
All the 90s tunes, yeah. We banged them all.
Oh, baby, baby.
Oh, we had the time of our lives. I thought I had a headache. I had a little.
I still have it, to be
Bruv,
fair.
me too.
Oh.
I need a holiday after this holiday. By the way, guys, I'm still here.
Woo woo!
I just
Can you
remembered.
explain?
So,
Not like too
so
much.
basically, I was meant to be here for 3 weeks. Fezra left on when did he leave? On Saturday, and I was meant to follow him 2 days later on Monday, but I'm having like some health issues in it. So these guys basically convinced me. They kidnapped me, took me to Reem's house, brainwashed me, and convinced me to call Qatar Airways and extend my flight for 2 weeks. So now I'm going to be here for another 2 weeks.
And we're still not going to produce anything.
Basically, we're not recording for next 2 weeks at least.
We're still not going to do anything.
We've just been enjoying each other's company.
Now let's see if we can. Now that I'm here for 2 weeks, let's see if we can arrange that meetup, because that will be sweet.
Oh my god, yeah.
Right? Because last time it was too short notice, isn't it?
I think it still will be short notice.
Really, 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Like even if it's like the last day before I leave.
Wait. Did we say that we were going to do it on Sunday?
Yeah. And no one said shit.
The majority of the people said they couldn't make it. Lots of people said that they were either abroad or that it was too short notice, they're living in. That some people from out of London were like, "Yeah, we need time to book our tickets."
True that. Or the Birmingham Mandem.
Hold tight, you
Post
guys.
it on your story tonight. Post it in this £3 story tonight.
But when?
For Friday.
This Friday. No, it can't be.
Next Sunday.
She's gonna be. You're gonna both be away by then.
Yeah, we'll be away next weekend.
No, the Sunday is coming up now.
Sorry.
Today is what?
Carnival.
Oh, why am I so?
Today's Monday.
Oh yes, Carnival.
Bye.
We're taking Shams to Carnival for the first time.
She's not going.
First time in
She's
your
an
life, right?
idiot.
Yeah, I ain't going.
No,
though.
you're coming because
ain't
you
going.
said no. You're coming because you said if Sana stays and she goes,
Well, I'll go.
we'll all go. So therefore, we're all going Carnival this year, and it's
I'm
gonna be a
have to
thing.
fast for 3 days, didn't it?
Yeah,
Because I
you
ain't
do
going.
that innit, after you.
What do
Listen,
you do? You guys
even-
saw
even-
yesterday small
no,
dance shoes.
Yeah, but listen.
So I'm not gonna be caught in Carnival.
Listen.
You're not gonna need to do that.
Linda, honey, listen. If anything, you need to go Carnival for that Jamaican food.
Ouch, Charlie. Is it
Oh,
halal?
my days.
Of course.
Yes,
What are you saying on my days for?
the Jamaican food.
Oh, sorry, you scared me.
Everyone's just bare jumping because we're parked up in some forest. But yeah, Caribbean food. Caribbean food at Carnival
calm.
bangs.
I've never actually eaten Caribbean food.
Excuse me.
What?
Every time I've ever been to a Caribbean shop to go like basically order some food, like we're not of that. Joking.
Yeah, that's part of the experience though.
And
Can't
I'm
lie.
actually joking. I've just seen that in videos.
Yeah, no, it's
Wow.
all online.
That was racist,
So
stereotypical racist joke.
But you fell for it, so who's the racist now?
Listen, shut up, innit?
Anyways.
Anywho, so basically,
I feel like there was more that I wanted to talk about.
then talk in it, fam.
I don't remember.
That's your business.
Sounds like your problem. Alright, calm then. Is there anything else?
Nah, man, I'm good. I feel satisfied.
Yeah, me too.
I feel like we all just need to sleep and just have a break from each other, which is great because you're going away. Shams tomorrow, yeah?
Tomorrow, B. Spud that. Well, tomorrow, what time?
I don't know.
Evening.
Whatever, innit? Let's
It's
sort something out.
Sana's hands are so soft, mashallah.
Say mashallah.
I said mashallah.
Say it again.
I remember said that as in Fajr went, yeah. He was so gassed.
Bless him. I miss him, wallah. So weird.
This is the longest you guys have been apart, innit?
In a long time, yeah.
Bless you. It's long, fam. It's jarring. It's actually jarring
Why?
to have these fucking emotions. I'd be so annoyed.
I can't wait for you. Shams. Oh, my days. I'm going to take the piss out of every single thing.
I'd be so excited to leave him.
Why are you lying for? You can't even leave us. You think you're going to leave your man?
I can though. I can leave you guys. I can't even say that with a straight face. To be honest.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's happened, isn't it?
Shall we wrap it up?
Or should I talk about the other thing that was trending?
What was it?
Or did I say it already?
Oh, the jinn. No, what's the jinn? No, the Sahar guy.
Yeah, so apparently there was this guy who's been targeting this black guy from Grenada, apparently been targeting Somali girls in Lewisham, and how he went to a witch doctor. And this is what I find so
Dr.
dumb,
Snake.
Yeah. Dr. Snake. By
That's
the way,
his
Doctor
actual
spelled
name.
with a K as well, not with a C.
Nah, that's mad.
And to me, it makes no sense because obviously you know how in Islam we have our own witch doctors, isn't it? Yeah.
Do
So
we?
why would you?
Wait, hold on. Do we?
Yeah, so you know how you have those sheikhs and that, not even sheikhs, but those people that's be like, yeah, I'll speak to the jinn and the jinn said this, blah, blah, blah.
No, we don't have that in Islam, bro.
No, you
Like
know,
Ruqya.
yeah.
Yeah, but that's not.
No, we
that's
have
not
our
the
own
purpose of them.
You know, like in Tanzania, yeah, it's like, there's people, yeah, who are just normal people like me and you, except they have jinns in them.
Yeah, no, I get that.
And
But
those jinns will predict the future for you or tell
yeah,
you
but
shit. So that's what I'm talking about.
the point I'm trying to make.
They're like that's the kind of witch doctors
touching my fingers.
that I'm talking about.
The point I'm trying to make is we don't have that in Islam
Sana,
because it's haram.
Of course, but I'm just
So
to
don't say that in it. No. We don't have that in Islam.
Semantics, fam.
No, it's not semantics. We need to be very clear that this is haram and it's forbidden.
Yeah,
and we don't have this in Islam. We have this in cultures. Go.
So I'm saying if you're a Muslim, would you go to Dr. Snake?
I want to go to any doctor.
But if you let's say for example, hypothetically speaking, not you, Sana, yeah?
Right?
But if you were going to go and do sihr, would you?
I would not though.
But if you were, if any Muslim was going to go and do sihr, would you expect them to go to Dr. Snake?
I don't think they have that moral compass
If
at that point.
there was, if any Muslim,
angry.
you know when your mum's saying, when you're younger, it was like, Sally has 3 chocolate bars. She gives 1 to Jake. How many does she have? 4? Like, it's Sally. No? Did you have some?
Wow.
My mum used to repeat questions to me like 10 times.
No, I did. I just wanted to see my
Anyways,
function.
Okay, so if a Muslim was going to go and do sihr, would you expect for them, if in the cases that you've heard of in the past?
Listen, I'm
would
just gonna
Muslims-
say yes.
when
They would go.
Muslims-
I'm
No,
just
no,
gonna
no, 'cause
go
I
with what you want me to
fucking
say.
understand, yeah?
Nah, I do understand. You're not understanding what I'm saying to you. I wouldn't go.
I understand fully what
Right.
you're saying.
Okay. So
I'm
what
saying take
you?
yourself out of
No,
this
no.
situation.
Listen.
I'm
What
not
you
saying
want me to
you
say?
in particular. I'm talking about
Hot
somebody
your
else.
mouth.
You fucking shut
Listen.
up, fam.
What you want me to say?
It's me. So shut the whole thing up because I'm just annoying me. It's actually annoying
What
me.
you want me to say is yes, a Muslim that wants to do black magic would go to a Muslim witch doctor, which doesn't make sense. But go on. Yeah, go on.
No, that's not what I want you to say.
It is.
That's not what I want you to
Alright,
say.
what do you want me to say? And I'll
In
say
the
it.
case that you've ever heard that someone's doing sihr, yeah,
Right.
on somebody else or whatever it is, black magic, that kind of
Yeah,
bullshit,
yeah.
yeah. Would you expect for them to have, if they're Muslim, in the Muslim setting, in Muslim communities,
Right.
have you ever heard that they would go to a white man called Dr. Snake who does voodoo?
Who says he's white?
It's on his website.
you
Does it?
actually went and researched the whole thing.
Yeah. Because I genuinely think it was all a lie. I even spoke to one of my friends whose uncle.
No, but he's got a website. That's
Because the email was there. It was like info@drsnake.com. So I was like, obviously he has a
Who
website.
needs to go on his website?
He's this white man from America.
Oh shit!
Yeah, like this is the
I
thing.
didn't
Like
know that, wallah.
it makes no fucking sense. So obviously, so a guy was basically accused of doing sihr on like young Somali girls, and he had this Somali wife, and
Black magic.
he was doing hella black magic and all the rest of it. So people were commenting there, being like, "Oh yeah, we've been warning our Somali sisters to stay away from these reverts and these black boys for the longest time, but they don't listen to us." And it's like, fuck off, go drive your fucking bus and chew your cards. Like it's pissing me off. Like it's just annoying. I think let me not speak.
Nah, speak, bro.
Nah, let me not speak.
So your problem is the people that are like, your problem is not him. It's the people that are cussing him out.
Listen, it could be true, but I strongly believe it's not. But I spoke to one of my friends who, because apparently they were saying how the guy goes to Lewisham Mosque quite a bit. And I spoke to one of my friends whose uncle is the imam at Lewisham Mosque.
Oh wow.
And she was saying how like sihr is a massive problem in the Lewisham area.
Bye.
So she goes, it's a possibility that it could be true, but she goes, how she'll speak to her uncle and find out if that case is true, because if it isn't, that's horrible. Because it's just like,
That's his life and his face is everywhere.
Yeah.
not just that, but people have been saying bullshit about reverts anyways for like the
Yeah.
longest time. So it's not nice. Like, you know, people say, I told you so. You know, the one thing that people say, especially when they see like a young girl getting married to a revert, the first thing, oh, he could become change of religion any second tomorrow. He might change his mind. What about your son who hasn't prayed for 3 years?
For real.
That's number. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, can you just fucking just stop it? Like, it's annoying. It pisses me off so much. So when I saw that, I immediately thought this must not be true, because even the picture that they used in the thread was from some article 6 years ago in the Lewisham Council website. What? I did be doing a lot of research in this. Like,
You're just very angry today.
it just annoyed me. I think it's because this is.
I think what you're saying about guys from your own culture feeling like they really own you is very
That's every
annoying.
culture. It's
Yeah.
so annoying.
And it's so annoying. The fact that they're like, yeah, we've been trying to warn you, but you man don't want to listen. That's
Level up.
so annoying.
Okay, so we're Iraqi, Somali, Yemenis, yeah. When you look at our culture, our girls, I'm not gonna lie, we're like level 10, yeah, and the boys are still catching up.
100%.
Sorry, and I think that's in any culture. It's been scientifically proven that men are like 11 years behind women.
I think that's how they get raised. The other day, me and my mum were in Nando's, and there was like a Syrian family next to us. So it was mum, dad, a boy who was about 16, another boy who was about 14, a girl who was about 11, and a baby girl who was maybe like a year and a half. The daughter, the 11-year-old or 12-year-old girl, was literally going up, getting forks, getting plates, getting knives, getting drinks for everyone, and the boys were sat there. And I thought, this is exactly why the girl's going to be super smart. She's going to know what she's going to do. She's independent. She's going to be able to live life for herself, and the boys will be struggling without a woman around. And they'll be they're expecting, you're setting the boys up to fail like that. It's not right.
So disgusting, I swear to God.
They were just sat there.
What is it though? What is it about all our cultures that just baby men?
So this is what I read recently, which I thought was so interesting. Yeah, someone was saying how you see like how mothers always like baby their sons in particular, and like basically step on eggshells for them and like do everything for them to make them happy. Yeah, somebody was saying how that bond, that mother-son bond, comes from like in our cultures in particular, where we have like men might not necessarily be super protective or give the wife everything that she needs in terms of like just love and affection, all the rest of it, whereas the son is always like, my mom's first, no matter what, my mom's first. You know how they have that defensive thing. So when the son gets married to somebody else, automatically it's kind of like, fuck that, like, it's like she gets threatened, which is not the case for everyone, but she gets threatened.
Who's she? You mean the mum?
The mother.
Okay.
As in, look at this person now taking over my son's like my son's heart. He's choosing her over me, and she's not had anybody else. So it's like she feels vulnerable, as in, I've lost my son, I've lost my protection. So it's kind of like, it's like it's almost like your son is taken over the place of like your husband, basically, which is, and look at the men, look at the fathers in some of our cultures. You can't deny they sit there and do nothing. They're the ones more times oppressing their own wives,
100%.
whereas the sons fighting their dad, protecting their mum.
100%.
So you can only understand where the mum's coming from in terms of like feeling like she's losing something, or feeling defensive over how her son's living her life, or feeling that she has to have a say in how his wife should be towards her.
But that's as adults.
Of course.
It's when it's, sorry to interrupt you, but it's when it's adults. It's not when it's children. Why, when there's a 10-year-old in front of you, do you think this 10-year-old boy is more superior than this 10-year-old girl? Like, what's that about?
Because it's culture, it's cultural standards. It's just, girls should be like that.
But by now,
girls should wear dresses. It's just gender norms.
Yeah, but by now they know. Oh my God, my face, my T-zones.
You think aunties know about gender norms?
No, not about gender norms. About things like the fact that daughters are the ones that are picking up their mums and dropping them off and doing the most for their mums, and the boys right now are not doing enough. So many boys, so many girls are stepping up and doing everything, and the boys are still getting waited on. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Literally, I look like that, but the point is, I'm not like, obviously mums are gonna love their children equally, supposedly, but the fact is that I reckon it's not like back in the days where guys are just focusing on their families. Girls are focusing on their families, work.
They're doing it all.
They're doing everything, and for some reason, people still say, "I hope you have a baby boy," or "I don't want a baby girl." I don't want a girl, it's too much stress. What? Are you fucking stupid?
It makes your life easier.
Like, are you actually dumb? When you're sick, you think your son is going to change your nappies. God forbid, I don't want any mum to be in nappies. I think I don't wish health to deteriorate like that. But I'm saying, is into that level, you think that he's going to be able to go and get your sister when she comes travelling here?
Some do, though, to be fair. Not all of them.
Some, but not like I see how women do it, bro. I see women do the most. Bruv, if you even think about your mum and her sisters.
Yeah, but naturally women are just more nurturing, aren't they?
Naturally? I don't know if it's natural.
I don't think it's natural.
I think it's natural.
I think it's socially driven.
Islam has said that it's natural. So
nah, but it's socially driven more than anything. Like, listen, I have cousins that are complete, like, useless men, right? And I have other cousins that are brought up in like a more, like, progressive family, let's say, the boys get up and wash dishes before the girls do. Like it just depends on what you're taught in your families. You know what I mean?
And why is that celebrated? Even I think it's long.
What's that?
You know when men do shit.
Men literally
changing
their bed sheets.
A man has used the spoon and washed it and put
unfortunately.
Oh my days.
No. I get that, but unfortunately, it's not common. That's why when you see it, you know you're taken aback by it. I'm not celebrating it, but I'm saying I can see clearly where it's working.
This is what I mean though about us, not us, we're not parents, but one day inshallah, not setting up our children to fail, because in where all of those boundaries and things and ideas and stuff that are instilled in you as a child, you will kind of take with you. So as a girl, if you're made to clean and make chai and do this and do that, that's going to be something you carry on. And then as a boy, if you're just sat there and you know that your younger sister or your older sister will do everything for you, it's going to be so hard for you to navigate. And it's like we shouldn't want that for our families, not just because of equality, but genuinely, if you care about a boy or a man, you have to teach him how to be independent in that way. Not just you go out and make money. It's also, how do you live on your own?
Yeah.
Like, how do you do the laundry? How do you iron your clothes? Why wouldn't you expect that? What is your role in a relationship? Not just as breadwinner, but in terms of handling things emotionally and holding people emotionally. Like, do you know what I mean? I know that's like an extended way. I know that our culture sometimes don't focus on that. And I get it because we come from places where there's kind of bigger fish to fry. But in terms of when you're raised here, for instance, when you see loads of, as far as I know, I don't know how it is in Somali culture, but as far as I know now, I see more Arab women than ever marrying outside.
That's true.
Marrying non-Arabs. But more Arab men sticking with Arab women.
Because that's where they're babied. They can't, that shit can't run with anyone else. It can't.
True.
Boy.
Anyway. I mean, I always say this. I always talk, and then I think as a mum, it would probably be different. Like, I don't think I will be treating my children different. If anything, I want girls. But, like, I'm not going to be like, bruv, go do the dishes and make my son Cinderella. Like, I just think it's about equal ways, and not just because of I'm saying because you're a male and you're a female, things must be equal, but like, because if I love you and I care about you, I want you to be able to operate in this world. That's 100%. It.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to, isn't it? More than anything else.
Oh my God.
What?
Oh, I feel sick.
What?
I've just seen this headline. I must have missed this.
What?
Texas police officers who led black man down a street by rope will not face criminal charges.
Yeah.
I mean, are you surprised? Because they kill men and they don't face shit, man. So...
The suspect had been arrested on a misdemeanor criminal trespassing charge. Literally, the picture's disgusting. The pictures, he's handcuffed. The policemen are on horses. What year is it?
For real.
Asking for a fucking friend. This makes me feel sick.
Not surprising though, ma'am.
But it should be. I'm sorry, it is. It is. This is why I'm so fucking outraged, because it should be. It is. It is surprising that people in 2019 are still doing this bullshit. It's surprising that people feel so emboldened enough. Emboldened?
Yeah, that's the word. But I'm saying it's not surprising that they're not going to face anything.
It is. I'm sorry. The second that it becomes normalized and desensitized, people are like, oh, well, you know, it fucking happens all the time. That's the moment that we as a human, as a society, are going to go downhill. Yeah, because if we're not shocked by
how many black men have been killed by the police?
And
how many have been killed?
And
what do you mean? And
it should always be shocking.
It is
always be shocking.
I'm saying
it should never be.
It's a shocking thing, but I'm not surprised by it because it happens so fucking often.
It should always be shocking. Always. It should never be. I feel like even I was in that place before where it was just like, oh well, fucking happens, isn't it? All the time. Like, it's always a news story next week, and there will be another one next week, and there will be another one next week. There will be 100% guaranteed. This is what I'm saying. I completely agree with what you're saying, but I'm saying it's frustrating for me. Not only to say it myself, but to hear others saying, well, are you even surprised? Yes, I am. I am surprised. It's disgusting. Who does that? It literally hurts me seeing shit like that. A black man has handcuffs behind his back, has a rope around his neck with two policemen on either side of him on a fucking horse, leading him to the police station. What year is it?
Yeah.
What year is it? Why is that not shocking to anyone? Why is that? Why are we so desensitized to these issues to the point where it's not surprising? It is. It is surprising. It's annoying. I'm sorry, man. I want to go fucking sleep. Today has just been hard. My voice is gone. I just can't. I can't.
Let's call it a night. Let's call it a night because I feel like we all
I
need
just
to
hate
calm down a
everyone.
bit.
I need to go to sleep, take my medication, man.
Some auntie.
My podcast. Thank you for listening.
All right, guys. Thank you for listening to the £3.30
Thank you.
podcast.
And then can we just say
And for your
good note,
patience,
because
and for your
fuck's sake.
patience with us, because we know we have some weeks where we're like, oh, we'll do a little bit late, and then sometimes it never comes out. But no, we really appreciate everything and all the love. And soon we'll do a live.
Yeah, and next week it'll be more happy.
Yeah.
Inshallah.
We'll choose happier stories. Sorry, I'm just.
We just have to meet up a bit earlier, I think, because it's
I
already
agree.
like 12 o'clock.
Yeah, we are really tired, so please allow us.
Why am I happy to link up at 5 o'clock, fam, to record the podcast? Why am I happy to that? Anyways, guys, thanks for listening to the podcast. I have been your host, Asha. If you want to keep up with me, I'm on Asha every day
Asha's
on
so
all
loud.
socials. Oh. If you want to keep up with Sana, you can find her on
at Sanasino.
watch all her videos and that. And
It's worth it.
if you want to buy her book,
You can do that too.
Go on Amazon.
War and Love by Sana Akbar on Amazon.com.
and if you want to contact Reem, she is the voice, the person, the mastermind, the creative director behind the £3.30 Instagram account.
Wow.
So hit us up on £3.30 on Instagram if you want to chat to Reem. She's very active on there. She's more time you'll be chatting to Reem. Majority of the time you'll be chatting to her. So let us know, guys. If you have any suggestions for any podcasts or topics or any ideas, if there's anything that you guys have seen that you want to get our opinion on, hit us up in the DMs. Can they email us?
Boy.
I mean,
I think they can. I think that
you
the
can, but let's
emails
just stick
on
to the
my
DMs.
Let's stick to
phone. But
the
yeah,
DMs.
I think DMs are good.
just so we can see it.
Yeah, and if you're listening to this podcast, that's where you can find us. Wherever it is that you listen to podcasts, we'll be there apart from SoundCloud. That's what I'm gonna see. Anyways, love you guys. Bye.
Bye.